This will be our first official day on the trail. Got in 3 miles last night on a quick hump. Dad dropped us off at the trailhead. And we got to our first shelter at Icewater Springs. This morning we got up 1 hour to get packed up and get something to eat. Jim's had his morning constitutional and we're on the road. We'll be heading to Peck's Corner this afternoon, about 11 miles. It's starting to spit and rain on us, so we'll be in rain gear next time you see us probably. Can you see him back there, Jim? Hey, good morning, Jim.
Hey, good morning. The shelter was packed. We had 13 folks in it, and there was even probably one of the oldest through hikers we've seen so far, 79-year-old guy through hiking with his son. They've been on the trail for a month and almost 2 weeks.
I think he slept. He's going to sleep most of his trip. When we got there last night at 7, he was already in bed. He was in bed till 7:30 this morning. But he's 80 years old. He can do that. Alright, Hammock Corps members. I was talking to the camera. B's checking in. We're on still on that first day, and we're going to cruise on out here to something I've been waiting to see. I've been reading about for a long time, called Charlie's Bunion, part of the Great Smoky Mountain National Park. I wish I could remember the history of it, but they say it looks like this guy named Charlie had a big bunion on his foot, and that's where they named it from. I think he was part of the original group that explored the Smoky Mountain National Park and documented it, if I can remember correctly, but I have been known to lie. It's definitely one of the high points of the Smoky Mountain National Park. It's just a little jut off from the AT. I've been looking forward to this. I'll let y'all take a look. There's Jim. I'm going to show y'all a little view of Charlie's Bunion from the point out here. I feel like Alvin C. York sitting out there with his coon hound.
You went back and got your thoughts together?
Yes, sir, praying to the Lord, trying to know if I was going to be a conscientious observer, if I was going to go kill them Germans. I'm a-thanking you. That there is the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. Charlie's Bunion. Well, here we are at the Peck's Corner shelter. We're on day 2. We had a easy day. Due to the Smoky Mountains National Park's guidelines, you must stay in shelters. So us hammock form guys, it's kind of a downside, but occasionally it works out pretty good, because when we got to shelter today, we got lunch ate, you can probably hear the rain hitting the ceiling right now. It's raining pretty good. The way it looks, it's probably going to rain the remainder of the day. But because we're at the Smoky Mountains, we had to stay in this shelter. We couldn't move to the next one and make up any distance. So we're going to stay here. We got here early, about 1 o'clock. So Mr. Jim's over here building us a fire. Fixing to burn up every bit of the firewood within the first 30 minutes. But I'd let you see some of the shelter life without anybody else being here but Jim and myself. And there'll be some more here later, I'm sure. Let me turn the camera around and I'll let y'all look. You see up there the top bunks, bottom bunk. Got a pretty decent fire going. You can see where we hang our food, our backpacks to keep the mice out of them during the night. I had mice running on top of my forehead last night. Had to stay in the shelter at Icewater Springs. Maybe tomorrow I'll give y'all a view from the outside, but I'm not going out in the rain. There you have it. I'll be sleeping up there next door. Good morning, we're on our third day. We stayed at Peck's Corner shelter last night. Couldn't remember what it was called. And we got a quarter-mile hike out of the shelter to get up to the AT. And it rained from the time we got to the shelter till the time we woke up this morning. And I want to show you what the Appalachian Trail looks like after a rain in the Smoky Mountains. That's right. That's not a creek bed. That's the trail. It is one solid creek bed now. Here's your first trail report from the third day. Talk at you later. Here you are coming into the Tri-Corner shelter, waiting on Diesel. We're going in here midday on our third day to eat lunch. Just a good place to sit down, take your boots off, and have somewhere to sit your pack out of the wet, because everything right now is soaking wet from the last 2 days. Everything else has been good. I'll let you get a shot at what it looks like coming into the shelter. What's going on, good people?
What's up?
Anybody mind being on video?
No.
Outstanding.
If they don't mind seeing us.
What are you doing there, Slim Jim?
Getting my food packed away so the bears won't come in here and eat us up at night. Or I could just stuff them under yours let you use it as a pillow.
Well, that wouldn't be very nice.